So you've probably seen those players running around Forge with glowing armor and crazy weapon effects, but what about those runes? You probably have a lot of them in your inventory, and how do you get them? Today I'm breaking down every single rune in Forge, what they do, how they stack, where to get them, and the best combos in the game. Let's make you unstoppable. Let's start with weapon runes. These are your main source of power, damage, and special effects. The Flame Spark. This deals anywhere from 5 to 10% of your base weapon damage per second as a burn, and has a 15 to 25% chance to trigger for 1 to 2 seconds. These drop from Reapers, Death Axe Skeletons, and Fire Slimes. It's a solid early damage rune, great for clearing mobs, but the burn doesn't really stack well, so it falls off a little bit late game. Drain Edge. This heals anywhere from 4 to 11%. Now this used to be 15% at its cap, but I think the devs figured out that it was a little too overpowered and they reduced it to 11%. So anywhere from 4 to 11, if you're looking for that max rune, you're gonna be wanting to go for that 11% of your damage on hit, max 5% health per hit. So this is a life-stealing rune. These drop strictly from the Reapers in World 2 and the Lava Zone. Personally, this one is amazing. I've always put it on all my weapons. Pair it with a high attack speed and you basically become unkillable. It's one of the best sustain runes in the entire game. Venom Crumb. This deals anywhere from 4 to 7% weapon damage per second as poison. And this has anywhere from a 25 to 35% chance to trigger for 3 to 6 seconds. This strictly drops from Blight Pyromancers, those wizard skeletons in Zone 2. So if you want these, they don't spawn that often, so you'll probably have to go around just killing mobs to make them spawn. Think of Venom Crumb as your dot upgrade. DOT, damage over time. So longer fights, steady tick damage. It's less bursty than Flame Spark, but great for boss farming. Blast Chip. This causes an AoE explosion for 20 to 40% of your weapon damage. 8 to 20% chance to trigger on hit. This drops from bombers. Now, you probably know that bombers also drop mine shards. They also drop blast chips. And this one's just fun. It's pure chaos. It's consistent DPS, perfect for crowd control and farming groups. So if you're going around like those common orcs up top in the peak, you want to grab them and then put on a blast chip and just absolutely one hit all of them or two hit all of them. This one is key. Moving on to the new runes, Frostspec 1 and 2. These freeze enemies anywhere from 1 to 2 seconds or 1 to 3 seconds if you have the tier up, tier 2 runes, and have a 9 to 20% chance on hit. Downside with these is you can't really stack them and they have a cooldown of 10 to 20 seconds. So this can only happen every so often. Not super reliable. You're not really sure when it's going to happen or not. These strictly drop in World 3 from any of the mobs really, and the tier 2 only drops from the Golem boss. Frostspec is one of the strongest utility runes. Freezing mobs buys you time and combos insanely well with Drain Edge for healing. If you have Eyesight, I think, or is it Snow Eye? One of the two, if you have one of those on your weapon, you're already going to get that freezing effect. I'm not sure if it stacks, but I don't think it does. So my recommendation would probably just fill your weapon with some sort of freezing trait so you don't have to fill one of your rune slots with Frostspec. Moving on to armor runes. These are all about defense, reflection, and survivability. So starting off with Briar Notch, this reflects 2 to 10% of damage taken to the attackers. So this has a max 5% HP cooldown of 0.5 seconds. These drop from the Death Axe Skeletons in World 2 and the Elite Death Axe Skeletons in World 2. Briar Notch is great for mob heavy zones, basically punishes enemies for even touching you. So you're kind of just like a little ball of poison. I like this rune quite a bit. I think it's pretty strong if you don't have anything else to put in your armor. Next up is the Rage Mark. When HP drops below 35%, you gain anywhere from 12 to 26% speed and damage for 4 to 6 seconds. This has a cooldown of 50 to 60 seconds and drops strictly from the Elite Skeleton Rogues and Common Orcs. So you can get this either from World 2 or World 3, whichever one you really want to farm. Now, this one is a pretty clutch rune. It's perfect for aggressive players or even risky builds. So you get that last second burst when things go south. You're just going head to head with the Yeti, or you're going head to head with the boss, and you only have a couple more hits. They only have a couple more hits. This will likely have you coming out on top. Next, the Ward Patch. This reduces incoming damage by 6 to 14%. 15%. Happens to be a 5 to 15% chance to trigger on hit, and this drops from the tutorial. I guess this is just like a one-time reward. I can't say I actually have one of these anymore. I think I ended up selling it off because early game I just didn't know what the heck I was doing. So yeah, if you still have it, props to you. Now let's talk about pickaxe runes. These are perfect for farming gold and materials. The mining shard 1 always has at least one subtrait of either luck, yield, swift mining, mining power, and these drop from the Delver zombies on world 1 and the bombers on world 2. These are your basic farming runes. They're pretty easy to get. The drops I think range from 1 in 35 to like 1 in 25 depending on if you go to the zombies or you go to the bombers. But yeah, these are important runes that you're going to want to make sure that you have pretty good rolls on. Miner shard 2, these can have 1 to 2 subtraits on them, so they're same as the base version, but they only drop from the golem boss. So this is the upgraded version, same traits but double the potential, and a true endgame farming rune. All right, what are the best rune setups right now? For the weapons, subtrait should always be attack speed. The best combo is Frostspec 2 plus Drain Edge. This combo lets you freeze enemies, heal off hits, and keep consistent uptime on damage. For armor, the top combo is Briar Notch and Vitality, so you reflect damage, survive longer, and stay topped off in fights. If you like movement, try Stride plus Surge for dashing around the map. You'll move really quickly. For your pickaxe, you want to go Miner Shard 2 with luck or mind power. This massively boosts your farming efficiency. I think what top players are running right now, I think they're running 3 mining power runes with 1 or maybe 2 if you have them. Miner shard 2, so it has maybe a luck and a mining power, 2 subtraits, but they're pretty hard to get. So I would just kind of recommend maybe filling out your pickaxe with the tier 1s first, and then if you happen to get a tier 2, the likelihood of the tier 2 being better than your tier 1s is fairly slim based on chances, just whatever drop you get and how little they do drop and how infrequent the boss actually spawns. I think it's just safe to say that you're better off putting in miner shard 1s that are maxed out and highest rolls in the meantime. And there you go. That is every rune in Roblox Forge explained in rank with drops, stats, and combos. Let me know if you like this video. Drop your favorite runes in the comments below. We are almost at 1,000 subscribers, which is crazy every time I say it, but we are almost there and it is absolutely amazing. Thank you guys very much. This is a lot of fun for me. Catch you in the next one. Peace.